Okay, guys, so let's talk about contract management software. So we briefly just discussed the system that we use called dot loop and sky slope. Some of you guys might use different systems, but the key here is that you want to use a system that is easy to communicate with other real estate agents, and then you also want to use a system that your clients like. So the dot loop system seems to be, in my opinion, right now the best one I can find out there. There's some things I don't like about it, but overall, what I do to save time and to create a system, I had our transaction coordinator go in and pre-populate a lot of the fields that are commonly entered in, so I don't have to waste time typing in the same thing over and over and over again. So the broker's name, the broker's phone number, the broker's ID number, my name, my address, my email address, all the things that get put into all these contracts. I used to physically, like in the old days, we'd hand do that, right? And then we used to make copies with those on there. Now we're actually pre-populating those into a contract software, and then those things get automatically done each time, so I don't have to look them up. Because a lot of times, if a buyer's like, I want to write an offer now, I don't want to spend a half an hour trying to find all this information. It's already put in there. Anything that you have to repeatedly do, you need to create a system around it. So in the old days, and Russ may remember this, we used to like actually drive around town and get signatures, and then get this person to sign this, then run over here and get this person to sign that. So Russ probably remembers some of those days. Bill, I know, has been around a long time. He could tell you that that was hours of time just driving back and forth, all times of day, night, holidays. And now with this new contract signing software, like a lot of times I'll say to someone, and this is a little tip for you guys, a little script. I'll say, if they kind of are balking a little bit about the electronic, I'll say, hey, if you want to meet me at my office at noon tomorrow, you can sign everything in person, or I can send it to you digitally right now and you can do it on your phone. Which way would you prefer? So I'm not making them put into my system, but I'm giving them a choice that probably makes it much more convenient for them not to drive across town, come to my office, sit down, spend an hour, chit chat back and forth. They get it done on their phone probably right before they go to bed at night. So that's a little tip for you. That one's for free. Okay. So the other thing I like to do too is when you have negotiations going back and forth, make sure your contract software, that you are bundling all the documents together and not just sending one updated document. So here's what I mean by that. This is a big mistake I see from a lot of rookie agents all the time. They'll send me a buyer's package for a listing I have, and it'll be, the house is 200,000. Here's the property disclosure forms filled out. Here's the proof of the lending filled out. They've got their agency disclosure filled out, and they've got the contract filled out right. And then let's just say I call them and say, hey, we're in a highest and best offer. It's due by noon. Well, then they go back to their client. Their client says, okay, I want to up it to 210,000. So what I see a mistake a lot of times is they just send that new, like either just the first page of the contract, or they just send the contract and not the other supporting documentations in one big PDF. So let's say I got 10 offers and I'm looking down the offers, and now I've got this guy who just sent me one page in over here, and he doesn't send the whole package, and my seller's here, and I'm like, now I got to go back and try to reassemble, find the original email, find the loop, find these and connect them together. You want to make the job of the person who's got your fate in their hands as easy as possible, right, guys? So don't make their job hard. So I'm just giving you a tip. When you're using one of these software packages, make sure you collect it all again, share just what you need. Don't send your side of the company disclosures they don't need to see. Don't send anything unnecessary. And also put the contract first, or a letter if you've got some kind of like a letter from your buyer. Put that first and foremost. So that's what they say. They don't need to see all these disclosures first. They need to see the contract first. And so, yes, thank you for that confirmation. That is a big deal right now.